All right, lady and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD. Welcome back to the Battle of the E-Penises, where only the longest one will win. Oh, these are starting things off with a little bit of GM, trying to mix it up, and Combat X shuts him down. STFU, and now Deezer says, you're just a Deezer wannabe. What the heck is a Deezer, and why would you want to be a Deezer? Huh. Someone out there who's watching this video right now, I hope you can look it up on Urban Dictionary or even the Real Dictionary and post in the comments down below. Actually, you know what? I will look it up right now. I will look it up. What the heck is a Deezer? And why would you want to be a Deezer? All right, let's see here. Deezer. Deezer is... apparently it's a sports car. Okay. I guess you'd want, I don't know. I guess you want to be a Deezer if you want to be like a Ricer or something. I don't know. This is going to be a Game 2 continuation of Combat X versus Deezer. As I said before, this is the Battle of the E-Penises. Why do I say that? It's because these guys have so much ego. They have so much ego when they play. They honestly, like whoever they play against, they will talk smack all day long. And when you have two players with this much ego colliding in one game of StarCraft 2, earthquakes are gonna happen, storms are gonna happen, the world is gonna end. I mean, these guys are just gonna rage at each other all day long. They've already accused each other of cheating on the stream, and yet they continue on in this game. Another thing that makes this game just absolutely entertaining for me is the fact that they play so unorthodox. I mean, seriously, you never know what'll come out of these two players. They pull builds straight out of the butt. Combat X could go right from a 1-gate into Stargates or into a quick DT rush. Deezer could do the same as well. Destiny providing a little bit of in-house chat commentary here. Okay, so basically he's just saying, hey guys, you know that they don't spawn at the 6 and 12, they only spawn cross-spawn, right? And Combat X just says STFU, so yeah, whatever. He says he doesn't really care. Anyways, guys, this is certainly going to be an epic game. I can't wait to see what happens in between these two players. Obviously, both very capable. It looks like Combat X switched colors here, by the way, guys. So before he was red, and Deezer was green, now they're switched it up. A little confusing for me as a caster, but thankfully I'm not colorblind, so... yeah, Combat X is green, he's gonna be the one at the right, and Deezer's the one at the left now. Remember, Deezer is up 1 in this series. And for now, it looks like both of them are just playing pretty standard. I don't see anything too strange as of yet. It does look like we have, Romeo and Juliet here trying to make peace between the two houses, trying to make out underneath the Xel'Naga Chapel. Oh, it didn't happen though. Unfortunately, Juliet was pulled back by her family. Oh, here we go. Deezer gonna go straight into Twilight Council. Combat X also going into Twilight Council. All right then, so we will be having some possible Dark Templar shenanigans from both players. What really makes, what really pulls my chain is how they're both just trying to cheese the crap at each other. One guy's throwing cottage cheese across the room, the other guy's throwing, I don't know, Swiss cheese, and whoever can land the other one in the other guy's face will win the game. So we'll see. They're both going for Dark Shrines, so they are going to be both rushing for DTs here. Deezer, though, is going to be able to get up in the main. He's got a little pylon down here so he can warp in more stuff. And he sees the Dark Shrine. Beautiful scout by Deezer. Kills off the Stalker. Remember, guys, Deezer is the red Protoss. And, I mean, makes it easier to keep track. All you have to realize is Deezer's the one with combat units. And Combat's the one without any units except for probes. Finally warping in a Stalker of his own, but not before taking some pretty sizable losses from that Stalker. Pretty well done by Deezer, the red Protoss, inflicting a little more havoc and carnage inside of Combat's mineral line. I mean, could you imagine being a probe working for Combat X? That's a stressful job, man. If you screw up, if one day you return 4 minerals instead of 5, Combat X is probably just gonna, I don't know, he's gonna kick you in the face. He's gonna write a letter to your family and disgrace you forever. He's gonna talk smack to you. He's gonna lower your pay rate. He's not a fun boss to work under, so Yeah, it does look like Combat X has a pylon of his own inside of Deezer. Deezer does wisely have some cannons and the Forge coming up. Does Combat X realize that Deezer's also going for DT? Yes, he does. So he should be getting cannons as well. Yep. Very smart by Combat X. Oh boy, are we gonna have the DT warp in? Yeah, there we go. Combat X with the Dark Templar. This one getting the good old, I like that sprite, the one with the little slicer blades. Oh, gets surrounded by probes! Probes surrounding a Dark Templar, and Rats Deezer telling Combat that he is Combat, not Combat X, but Combat Easy. Oh my god. Deezer basically just put a stop to that Dark Templar rush, and now he's moving across the map with 2 DTs of his own. But, you know, I don't know if he's going to be able to break this ramp. Although, this could be a little interesting. If Combat X throws a force field to lock these 2 DTs next to the cannons, that would be nice. No, he's not going to do it. Someone didn't send him the memo either. Not just memo on the Stalkers, but memo that force fields do lock Dark Templar out. Maybe he just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But strangely enough, now we may have a macro game on our hands, which I'm a little excited about because, you know, out of all these games, we're probably more smack talk. Yeah, out of all these games, we're probably expecting to see pretty much cheese all day long. So a macro game would surely be interesting. Combat X here, does he have a forge on the way? Or not a forge, but a robotics facility? No, he does not. Whereas Deezer does have a robotics facility. You know, naturally you want to get RoboBay out for observers, simply to scout the Dark Templar. Meanwhile, Combat X, losing the pylon in the south of his opponent's main, the proxy pylon, decides to replace it with another pylon. Maybe he's going to try to proxy the 12 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that pylon is. No idea. And Deezer here. Oh, is he stream cheating? Is he just sending it over here to check for the pylon, or what's he doing? I don't know. He's just going to send it over to the north, but just not going to find anything but a pylon there, if that, at that. And meanwhile, oh, Dark Templars morphing into Archons. So we are gonna have some Archon action here. Combat X has 4 DTs of his own, gonna morph them into Archons as well. What an interesting game here. We're gonna have some Archon and Archon action, but honestly, I feel like Combat X may be a little bit too far behind, because these are just attacks here. It's gonna be game. And, oh, ho, 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 Combat X accusing Deezer, and Deezer saying the good old easy. And, oh man, that sucks, losing a DT right there. Another loss, stack it on top for Combat X. Things are not looking good here. I don't know why Deezer's attacking through the front door here. He should just blink his Stalkers using his Observer. Now, the one thing here for Combat X, I mean, yes, he's hopelessly outnumbered, but if he can snipe the Observer, if he can get that Observer, he can warp in some Dark Templar, and he should be able to deal with this army fairly easily. I don't know if he's gonna be able to snipe that Ob, so it's gonna be really, really hard to do. And here comes Combat X engaging the Protoss army. There's the Observer, keep an eye on it. Oh god, Combat X is just losing everything. Obs get sniped though, so now he can morph in some Dark Templar. Yeah, there's a Dark Templar, and now Deezer will not be able to continue fighting in here, although with Blink, I guess he could continue to micro away from that and do a lot of probe damage. Snipes a pylon. How many probes is he gonna kill with this Stalker army? Already got 7 kills, and the Dark Templar is giving chase. Deezer trying to rebuild an Observer, but it's still hopelessly far away, all the way on the west coast. Oh my god, Combat X is just getting ravaged right now. His production facilities are under attack. He has 2 Dark Templars now. But I don't know if this is gonna be enough, because he's gonna lose his Warp Gate here. And he's probably gonna lose the Dark Shrine and all these buildings as well. Now the probes getting in the mix, trying to surround the Stalkers, trying to give the Dark Templar a little bit more time to catch up and kill off these Stalkers, but I believe we may have a 2-0 in favor of Deezer here. Combat X has been outwitted and outsmarted by Rats Deezer, by a Ricer in a sports car, or a Ricer driving a Ricer car. All right, Rats Deezer here doing some pretty good damage, continuing to assault Combat X's mineral line. Income tab though showing, yeah, Deezer is definitely ahead, but not by a game-ending amount, only ahead by about 8 Harvesters. Deezer should have an obs on the way. Yeah, finally bringing an Observer out. Obviously needs that so he can see where the hell these Dark Templar are. And Combat X may be able to inflict a little bit more damage, but the Observer coming in will probably end up denying that. And ouch! Dark Templar getting surrounded by Blink Stalkers. Easy. And oh! Just leaves the game. Combat X at a stunning 2-0 deficit, or 0-2 deficit. And Deezer taking this series so far in a convincing fashion, but it's not over yet. We will have a Game 3 coming out. The battle of the E-penises shall continue. Stay tuned, guys. Game 3 coming out next.